Today's topic is all about the different ways in which you can hold your Bowden tube in place while 3D printing. Now, we're going to start out with the most common type of method, which is a pneumatic coupler. So on the right here, we've got a full metal one from Triangle Labs. And they work just the same as any other pneumatic coupler. On the left here, we've got one from Festo. Now, Festo, if you're in any sort of professional industry, you'll probably know this name. These are kind of the gold standard of pneumatic fittings. However, here's the problem with pneumatic couplers. They have metal teeth inside of them that grip onto the Bowden tube. And that's fine for a little bit. But when the Bowden tube is in there, and you have a bunch of retractions, your Bowden tube is pushing and pulling and pushing and pulling back and forth. And that creates a wearing pattern on the Bowden tube. Eventually, you'll develop a groove that gets bigger and bigger on the Bowden tube. And then your Bowden tube starts to wiggle in place when you're using retractions on your print. And that's the thing. Pneumatic couplers have been around for a while, and they've been in use for quite some time. But they're not the perfect solution for 3D printing. It's just not designed for that sort of force, going back and forth like that. So then we start talking about other things. We go to solutions like what MicroSwiss does. And we have something called a Bowden Collect. Now, a Bowden Collect is a small plastic piece with some metal teeth that grip onto the Bowden tube. Usually it resides partially inside of some sort of enclosed system like a hot end or an extruder. Now these are fine for a little bit, but the problem with these are that they don't really grip all that well. And once that plastic starts to wear from the retractions, you also get that wearing pattern in the Bowden tube, causing slippage, which makes the Bowden tube move up and down. So we are left with the same problem. Now then, what are we to do? Well, I'm starting some testing with a new, well, maybe actually not new, possibly the oldest way of doing it, but perhaps the best way of doing it, because I just got these in today, and these are not 3D printer specific components. In fact, I got about 5 of these for less than $2 on AliExpress. Now this is a compression fitting. So this end would screw into, let's say, your extruder, and then the other end here is where your Bowden tube would go. So let's assemble that, right? And we got to assemble it correctly. First, the Bowden tube goes through the nut, and then we take this compression ring, and that slips over the Bowden tube like such. Then we put this as far back as it's going to go, and then as we screw this nut on, it's going to compress that fitting, and granted you're going to want it tighter than that. But now, oh, that is in there, baby. You loosen it a little bit, comes out, right? That's great. Tighten it up. Well, technically you're supposed to tighten it so that that brass compression fitting warps a little bit over the Bowden tube. That's probably not the best demonstration, but I'm doing this while behind the camera here. And I actually don't want to compress this fitting right now, because once this fitting is compressed, it's pretty much permanently going to be compressed. Now you can buy tons of replacement fittings, and I'm just going to really quickly put the fitting back into place so I don't lose it. This is a little bit off camera work here. I just don't want to lose it. Now, so this is the style fitting I'm going to be testing. And I do actually have it installed. We got it on my good old BMG clone here. And boy, howdy, let me tell you, that bad mamma jamma is in there. And I've already extruded some plastic. There is no problem with filament getting through that particular type of connection. That is, without a doubt, the strongest connection I have seen. Now, it has yet to be determined if the Bowden tube is going to wear that out and cause problems, or if that's going to wear the Bowden tube out and cause problems. However, I've got a good feeling about this one, but personal feelings aside, it needs to be tested. So I'm going to test this over the course of the next few days where I'm going to be doing non-stop printing, and I'm going to see if there's any appreciable wear from this type of fitting. Because as far as I can tell, this is without a doubt the most secure fitting that I've come across. So, this should be interesting. I'll probably post updates if I notice anything in the comments of my video. But after a while, I'm definitely going to be making an update to this video. So, another reason to stay subscribed and check out my videos if you're interested in this, because I've been searching for a solution for a long time. So, here's hoping I have finally found what I need.